Hello and welcome to Contractor's Point of View. My name is Gary and today we're going to be talking about changing this to this. Yes, it's the same conversation we've had for a very long time, but you know what? I have decided to give it a shot. And so I wanted to share with you guys a couple of things that I did in order to make the transition a little bit easier for me. You see, all the way back in 2010, when Steve Jobs first introduced the iPad, there's been talk about the iPad replacing laptops, traditional laptops. There's a place for laptops, there's a place for the PC, the desktop, and there's definitely a place for the tablet, or the iPad. Now, if you're in the market for an iPad, they're coming out with new iPads here coming up pretty soon, and they are talking about that wonderful floating keyboard with the touchpad and all that. That's really not for me. I work on a job site, construction site all the time, and anybody that I've seen that has used the Apple keyboard on a construction site, it's destroyed. It's really not even, it's basically a screen cover for them because they can't even use it as a keyboard while on site, which makes complete sense because there's not really any place to set it or set it up or do anything with it. And so I got to thinking about that for my situation. And I wanted to show you a couple things that I did to make it a little bit more user-friendly for me. First thing is I went and picked up a Supcase Unicorn Beetle Pro case for the iPad Pro. Now this is the 12.9-inch version. They make cases for all the other sizes. The reason I like this case is it has the Apple Pencil holder. And I wanted to be able to have the Apple Pencil, but I didn't want to carry it in a tool pouch or tool bag or something like that. So I wanted it readily available. And being on the job site, if I want to look at plans and I want to write down details and things like that on those plans, the Apple Pencil makes it a whole lot easier. And having it accessible right there in the top just makes it that much more convenient. The Unicorn Beetle Pro case has a built-in stand. It lets you stand it horizontal or vertical. All the speaker ports are exposed, and also the charging port comes with a flap for kind of a dust cover. And then the next thing I did, since it doesn't have a keyboard, I was like, okay, well, I don't need a keyboard to be on the iPad the whole time. So what I did is I went out and purchased a Logitech keyboard. It's called MX KEYS. Since I'm used to typing on the Lenovo keyboard, which is touted to be one of the best keyboards on a laptop and probably one of the best keyboards out there, I wanted something that was somewhat similar. And so I found this MX KEYS, and it has spherical dents in the keys themselves. So it kind of gives you some of the similar feel as on the Lenovo keyboard. And then also it pairs with the Apple iPad and allows you to type and do everything, and the number pad works, the volume up and down works, the play and pause works, everything on the keyboard that would normally work with a regular PC works the same as it does on iPad. It works very well. The speed and accuracy is right up there with as if it was a connected keyboard to the iPad itself. It lets you type, and it puts you in a real, like, kind of office type situation, almost as if the iPad is your screen, your monitor, and then you have your keyboard sitting in front of you on your desk like you normally would. This is kind of a benefit for me because I like to set my tablet back just a little bit further. I like my screen to be a little bit further from my face. With the iPad, I can set it back as far as I want. Just I like my screen a little bit further. I like to be able to see the whole thing. And then I can set up my keyboard and just type away. The keyboard itself is great. It works super well. There's no lag in typing and then having it show up on the screen for the iPad. And then also the battery lasts months. You can charge it up through a USB-C port. And there is an on and off switch, so when you leave the office and you want to not have your keyboard draining or sending out Bluetooth signals trying to find the device, you just turn off the switch and you're good to go. So this right here, just the first of a couple videos I wanted to put together, show you guys what I did to put together my iPad setup for my desktop and the beginning of replacing my laptop. This iPad is crazy fast. I haven't found anything that'll slow it down, so I'm looking forward to getting into that, and I'll share more of those experiences with you as I go along. There's a couple apps I want to share with you for using on the job site, for viewing plans, and for doing other things that are more construction specific. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got some information out of this that might be helpful. Seriously, if you have never liked the iPad keyboards, especially with the new one that's come out, that's around $300, $350 depending on the size of iPad you buy. It might be nice and it's cool and it's floating and all that other stuff, but for 350 bucks, I think I picked up this MX Keys for, I know it was less than 100 bucks. I can't remember the exact price, but it's a really nice keyboard and I don't have to tote it around with the iPad. Hope this was helpful to you guys. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you like it, please hit the like button. I wouldn't mind if you shared it. It'd be super helpful. And also subscribe if you're interested. I've got more stuff like this coming up. Until next time, stay safe.